Justin Fields spoke to the media yesterday, and he had a lot to say, including a very powerful message about his relationship with head coach Aaron Glenn. We'll break down the entire press conference and more. Boy Green Daily starts now on a Friday.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
What is going on, everybody? I am Paul Esden Jr., your humble host. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. Welcome to a Friday, baby, here on May 30th, which, by the way, a couple of reminders right off the top rope if you're new to the channel. Like the video, hit subscribe as soon as you hop on in on YouTube. We appreciate the support. We're trying to make a chase to 10,000 subscribers, so we're 2,000 and change away. Every day we're chipping away at that. By the way, there's only 2 days left in the month of May, which means you guys only have 2 days left to submit your raffle tickets to win some sweet-ass prizes, baby. It's just that simple. Here it is, showing up on the big board. We've got a New York Jets full-size signature football autographed by the whole team last year. That's up for grabs. We have a New York Jets commemorative game coin from last year. It comes with a certificate of authenticity from the NFL. It's the real deal with the Jets logo on it. It is sweet. If you want a chance to win either of these prizes, all you gotta do is spend $2.99 on the channel. You can join the Boy Green Coffee Club. That's our YouTube membership group. If you look over on YouTube, that is the pinned comment right now. So click it and join it. That's one of the best values because you get all the perks of being a Boy Green Coffee Club member. You get a loyalty badge next to your name. You get to have access to our Discord channel where we're talking Jets all the time beyond the show. Plus, obviously, you also get some perks on the channel, like early access videos and all kinds of wonderful jazz. So you get all that. Plus, you get the free ticket to win all this crap. So it's the best $2.99 you can spend. You can gift channel memberships if you'd like. Feel free to do so. You can send in super chats, questions, or comments throughout the show. All of that is fair game, baby, and feel free to do it. By the way, here's our leaderboard for this month with 2 days left to go. And if you just spend $2.99, that's a raffle ticket. You have a chance. You at least want a ticket to the dance. J-Boy has the most raffle ticket this month at 245. Good Lord. For Lily and Big D in second place with 73. Drake Correa with 70. Indy Jets with 63. Aced up 10, our boy Arthur Sochka is there with 51 as well, rounding out the gosh darn top five. And let's give a big shout out, by the way, to the New York Knicks. Way to go. Way to have a backbone. All right? Way to show up in Game 5. We'll have Game 6 tomorrow night. Let's go. Let's give a quick good morning to everybody here in the chat. Philly Noodles. It's a Philly Noodles Friday. We'll hear from him, I'm sure, in the second half with the phone calls. So shout out to Philly and Big Q, Quentin Williams. I see Terrence Owen here, a member of the Boy Green Coffee Club. Reese is in here. Aced Up 10 is in here as a Boy Green Coffee Club member. Shout out to Jared B., Alon. And look at this, J-Boy, starting off the show the right way, baby. A 5-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Make it rain. And we haven't done this one in a while, so we have no other choice, but you got to hit them with it. Every time we get 5 memberships or more, we got to play a video to celebrate.
Number 44.
Woo! 44, that's me!
Get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts.
Woo! Give me some!
Damn straight. There you go. 250 raffle tickets this month for J-Boy, who's trying to set a personal record, for goodness sake, and you love to see it. Let's bleep and go. Here are the 5 new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Baby, Travis Preheem, welcome back. Bramos, Slaps, Ernie, Keenan Good. You guys are all now members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Shout out to J-Boy for that. Also, you guys will notice on YouTube that there are crown emojis by certain members of your guys' names. You guys can compete every single show to be the top interactor That is with super chats, super stickers, and comments. The more you send in, the crown emoji is given to the king of the comments section. So there you go. I see Incel Alon is in the top 3. We got Dakota working himself in there, and everyone sort of moving around there. So, hey, massive respect. Massive, massive respect. And by the way, as we're doing all this, I know J-Boy loves this
Here's
one.
what I do know. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Yes, we are, AG. We'll be hearing from someone talking about AG in just a moment for the headline of today's video. But before we get there, Philly Noodles on a Philly Friday is like, hey now, I want to get in on the fun. Philly Noodles just gifted a coffee club membership. He just doubled his total for the month. He is now at 2 raffle tickets this month. Appreciate you, Philly. Thank you very much. That membership, by the way, went to Keith the Change. Keith the Change, baby. Here we go. We got ourselves a show happening today. Oh, Paul Taxter's like, let's friggin' go. Ah, you love to see it. You love to see it. And my fellow Paul, I have a special place in my heart for fellow Pauls. Another one. Hit him with it now. Boom, shakalaka. Paul Taxter. Let's friggin' go, baby. All right, if we keep gifting these memberships, I'm going to have to get involved on the membership gifting if we're going to keep reigning here on the channel. All right, let's see. Where's my boy Paul? Ah, there we go. We got a 25, which is a special number in my heart. That was my jersey number in high school, baby. All right, Paul Taxter. Here we go. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, baby. All righty. Here we go. Here are the 5 new members to Boy Green Coffee Club. Shout out to my boy, Paul Taxter, JM2, Tony Alvarado, Jersey Gene, Card Cave Central's back, and Brian Scantlebury. You guys are now members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Shout out to Paul Taxter with 25 raffle tickets so far this month. Let's keep it litty. Let's keep it litty. I like it. I like it a lot, baby. Boom. All right, well, let's do this. Okay. Well, we'll get some more memberships flying in just a second, but you guys are here to hear what Justin Fields said about Aaron Glenn. And, you know, to me, these are powerful comments. And why? I mean, it's May 30th. Justin Fields signed like a month and change ago, and he already has this to say about Aaron Glenn. Hopefully that's a good sign of what's coming. Let's go to Justin Fields yesterday on his message about Aaron Glenn. Powerful stuff.
You played for a couple of coaches, clubs, including Tomlin last year. When you look at AG, what do you think stands out about him as a leader and what he's bringing to this place?
Yeah. First off, I think he's one of the realest coaches I've ever played for. You know, he's not going to beat around the bush. He's going to tell you what it is. Like yesterday, he didn't like the energy of the practice. He didn't like our practice, and after practice, he told us straight up how he felt. So I think just that clear communication, that trust between him and all the players on the team, I think that's what we need, and just his passion for the game, his energy. He comes in here each and every day with energy and passion, and I think that feeds off to the whole team. So, like you said, he's our leader. He's a great leader, and he pushes us each and every single day.
One of the realest coaches he's ever played for, and obviously he hasn't really played for him yet. That'll be coming in the season, but man, that he's had that sort of impact is certainly moving. Wow. Now, Mike Tomlin's a good coach. I don't know how many good coaches old Justin Fields was playing with Bears, so that maybe that speaks to that, perhaps. I guess coming in here or not, but you love to hear stuff like that. You love to hear stuff like that. I see A-Step10 in here says, I'm trying to wait till the last minute because just moved and had to get a new car yesterday. Nice. Okay. Well, hey, man, you can do whatever you want for people gifting. I appreciate anybody, excuse me, that chooses to share the love. That means the world. Thank you very much. But I do love that from Justin Fields. That's great. Another thing that stood out to me, there was several clips. We're going to play a bunch from the Justin Fields presser. Like, what's going on during OTAs? These are voluntary workouts. We don't have mandatory minicamp for another couple weeks. We still have the OTAs the rest of this week, OTAs next week, and then the following week will be mandatory minicamp from June 10th through the 12th. So what the hell are they working on? Justin Fields answered that question from our guy, Antoine Staley of the New York Daily News.
What are the things that you want to work on when you're not in pads and, you're going through these practices and OTAs?
I think just getting the grasp of the playbook. Like I said, we're just getting a lot thrown at us right now. So, of course, getting a grasp on that, knowing that in and out. And, of course, getting on the same page with, guys that are running certain routes, different routes that, I've never thrown before, and just kind of doing that. So I think that's been the biggest thing. But getting a full grasp of the offense since it's new, and like I said, it's been a lot. And then also getting on the same page as my receivers, tight ends, running backs.
Obviously, you have a rapport with Garrett Wilson. Just how has it been? How cool has it been just to kind of have relived that once again, like in the college days?
Yeah, I mean, it's been good. G's been my guy for a long time now. So I really feel like we haven't skipped a beat out on the practice field. So. I mean, it's been great so far just being here with him.
How was your relationship with him? Like, even though you're on different teams, like how often did y'all talk?
We didn't really talk too much, but when I came here, it's like we've been talking every day. Like I said, we were very close in college, but when I was in the league, he was in the league. We didn't really talk too much, every now and then maybe, but but when I came here, it's like we really didn't miss a day. So he's been great. He's been proactive and everything he does, working hard. So yeah.
We were talking to Aaron.
And there you go. There's the two things that Justin Fields says he's working on during OTAs. Grasping the playbook. Tanner Engstrand apparently dumped like a massive amount of the playbook on these guys just to see how they react to it, how they respond to it. Fields says that's good because that's what's going to be happening in training camp. So that part's good. And then building chemistry with his teammates. So the two things Justin Fields is saying is grasping the playbook, because like I said, Tanner Engstrand's dumping a lot on him. So trying to find all the nuances that are in this particular offense and then building that chemistry. Now, obviously, it's pre-made a little bit there with like Garrett Wilson, Jeremy Ruckert, but Jeremy Ruckert is tight end 2 at best right now. So that one, we'll see sort of what happens. But obviously, that's critically important for Garrett Wilson because everyone just keeps reiterating the same message. Yesterday on Boy Green Meets Woody, we broke down the Tanner Engstrand and Steve Wilks press conferences, and during the Tanner Engstrand press conference, he reiterated, we're going to get the ball to Garrett Wilson a lot. They just keep sending that message over and over and over again. And, for fantasy football fans, note that for sure. So, yeah, I'm fascinated. Great. The chemistry building is an important piece of the puzzle. It's an important piece of the puzzle, both on the field and off the field, which takes us to another clip here from old Justin Fields. Apparently, and we heard this from Aaron Glenn last week, he said, hey, you guys should ask Justin about this. He's been setting up a lot of team bonding activities off the field, and not just with receivers, tight ends, offensive linemen stuff. He's been doing it with both sides of the ball. Here is Justin Fields talking about that yesterday.
We were talking to Aaron Glenn last week, and he had mentioned to us that you've been doing some stuff with the guys, bonding, taking them out, doing some stuff. Can you talk about any of those kind of things you've been doing?
Yeah. So, it's been raining a lot here lately, and, some O-linemen, tight ends, they love golf. So I think there's a spot right up the street. I forgot what it's called, but we went over there, got on the golf simulator, golfed a little bit. There's a crab boil this past weekend that some guys came to, and then I want to say Alan Lazard, he's doing something next week, but I forgot what it was. But yeah, guys are just trying to, spend time outside of the building, and that's not really only with the offensive guys too. I've been, outside of the building with Wood, kind of just hanging out with them, and some different guys from the defensive side of the ball too. So I think that camaraderie and that that closeness that we're trying to get to as a team, I think all of that just makes us play for each other more, get to know each other better, and really just learn about each other's background. So it's really just things that you can't measure on the football field, but I think the closer our team is, the better we'll be.
All right, some golf simulators, a crab boil, sure, like the seafood boil, if for those who are unaware. There you go, a little bit of that action. Mullen says a soccer practice. That's probably, with Alan Lazard organizing, that's certainly possible. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep you guys posted, obviously, on what is Alan Lazard's activity of choice. Apparently, he's inviting everybody to, but we'll see. Hey, I love the bonding. The bonding's great. Good. Again, I think your teammates just being closer to you can only help. So, yeah, I'm all about it. So, way to go, Justin. Way to, integrate with your new teammates and, put yourself in the right spot. I like that. I like that. Here's something else I like. Justin Fields believes he could be great this year.
You can talk about some of the things that doing different things, learning different things. What do you think you can be in this offense?
I think I can be great. That's been the goal for me my whole life, my whole career. So, like I said, I think the sky's the limit. For this team, for this offense. But we do have a long way to go. Like I said, our offense and defense are new, so guys are really tuned in and locked in and trying to get everything down. But I think once we do, I think the sky's the limit. I mean, we have all the guys we need. We have all the talent. So it's really just going to come down to discipline and execution when the games come. So
again, that's what you like to hear. That he believes he can be great. And again, ultimately, it will be up to him. And that's another clip I want to play here. We only have a couple more left. But Justin Fields was asked about, man, what do you think you can do, especially with this scheme? Because the scheme was wildly successful in Detroit. It could put him in good positions. But Justin Fields said, nah, it's on me, not the scheme. Interesting.
There's been some pundits and experts or whatever saying that you could be the guy this year that takes that big leap, that breakout year. What gives you the confidence? Maybe it's the scheme or the coaching staff or just the players. What gives you the confidence that you could be like that guy in the league this year?
Just my confidence in myself. At the end of the day, it's really not up to the scheme. Of course, they're going to do their best to scheme it up, but coaches aren't going to call perfect plays every play. So they always say it's up to the players to make plays when we need them the most. So it's not necessarily in the scheme or anything like that, but when it's time to make those plays in the game, when it's time to make something happen, that's what I'm going to do, and that's what the guys around me are going to do as well. So, but yeah, even defense, offense, scheme really doesn't matter. It's really just that mentality that you have going into the game, going in every day in practice, and just making a deposit every day and getting better each and every day.
I love that comment, and he said it a couple of times during his presser. Make a deposit every day. Put a little bit in, a little bit in, a little bit in, a little bit in, and then eventually you cash out when you get it to the point of what you're talking about here with results. And I love that Justin's also taking it on himself. Troy Sturgis, again, a recent new member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Appreciate you, Troy. Saying everything we want to hear. Hopefully chemistry will be great for this season. I'm really hoping we found our franchise quarterback, as am I, Troy. It's been too damn long. And I'll tell you, the cool thing about Justin is he is the most dynamic running quarterback we've ever had. And, sometimes you get that kind of hyperbole and you're like, come on, Paul, don't be saying crazy things. Let's not get prisoner of the moment here, with stuff like that. Like, come on now. But actually, if you look at the numbers, Justin Fields is the most dynamic running quarterback we've ever had. That's just the straight up facts when you look at the numbers, and it's pretty impressive. Here, I'll give you some of them here on this for old Justin. All right, so Louis Riddick, we didn't do a show on this, but we tweeted out the clip, and I saw a lot of other people did shows on it. Louis Riddick, ESPN NFL analyst, he was also an NFL front office guy for a long time. On Get Up, he was asked, is it ridiculous? Because Louis Riddick, ridiculous. He does that segment on there. And statements get thrown at him, and he has to determine whether the statement is ridiculous or not ridiculous. And Mike Greenberg turned to Louis Riddick and said, Justin Fields having a career year in 2025, ridiculous or not ridiculous? And Riddick said, not ridiculous. And here specifically was his quote, could Justin Fields have a career year which would primarily be comprised of 20-plus touchdown passes, 3,000 passing yards, and 800 rushing yards? I could absolutely see that happening, Riddick said, end quote. And you may see those numbers and maybe it doesn't jump out. So let's bring it to another level. If Fields accomplished that, had 800-plus rushing yards, which wouldn't even be the most that Justin Fields has ever had, but it would be the most that a Jets quarterback has ever had. Al Duro, how about that? Al Duro. Any Al Duro shout-outs? Okay. He had 453 rushing yards for the New York Titans in 1960. Their inaugural season, 1960. Al Duro had 453 rushing yards. That's the most rushing yards a Jets quarterback has ever had in the history of football. And that's not even technically the Jets, that's the New York Titans. In the modern era, the most rushing yards by a Jets quarterback is Geno Smith, who had 366 during his rookie season. So think about that for a second. If Justin Fields has 800, he would nearly double the previous high in Jets/New York Titans franchise history. I reiterate, Jet fans, this is a quarterback that you have never seen before in a Jets uniform. Straight up. in terms of where they are in their career. I know we get the shout-outs to Michael Vick every once in a while. He only ended up playing in 3 games for the Jets. So maybe he could have if he played more, but he did not. He only played 3 games. And he was at a later stage of his career. Geno Smith had that 366 number. That was his rookie year, and it was all downhill from there from a running perspective. Justin Fields is a unique animal that we've never seen before. What is that going to mean? I have no idea because we haven't seen it. But the fact of the matter is he's going to bring this different dimension to the offense. And if you look back at New York Titans history, New York Jets history, it's just not there, which again, to me is like crazy. Like, whoa, you like fresh, you like new, you like different. And that's what Justin Fields is going to provide. Is it going to answer all of our questions? That I don't know. That I'm unaware. But I like that Justin Fields says, ultimately, at the end of the day, it's on him. It's not on the scheme. Now, here's another one I want to do, right? Let me set the stage as the resident hype man. New York Jets, Pittsburgh Steelers, week 1 at minimum. Justin Fields' revenge against the team that benched his ass. Justin Fields was 4-2 as a starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers last year through the first 6 weeks. He set a new career high in completion percentage with a 65+% completion percentage. He set a new career low in interception percentage. 0.6% of the time he threw an interception. That was by far a career low. So he was taking care of the football in a way that he had never done before. He was completing passes in a way that he had never done before. And things were looking great. And rug gets pulled out from under him to the bench. Juicy. And plus, let's address the elephant in the room. It seems incredibly likely that the Jets' ex-girlfriend, Aaron Rodgers, ends up playing quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, which would add another level of juiciness to the Jets-Steelers game week 1. Justin, what are your thoughts seeing that on the schedule?
What did you think when the schedule came out in week 1 against Pittsburgh?
That's what we played week 1. It wasn't really a thought to that.
No extra emotion at all because you played there last year?
Nah.
No extra emotion. No second thought, apparently. Oh, we're up against the Steelers? Okay. Now, Justin Fields, and we're getting to learn Justin Fields. Us as Jet fans have not seen every press conference of Justin Fields at Ohio State, or Chicago, or Pittsburgh. So we're getting to know Justin Fields. But I'll tell you this. Of course this game means extra. He got benched. And then the Steelers had the audacity at the end of the season to come back to him and say, hey, do you want to come back? And he went, no, hell no. Why the bleep would I want to come back? I'm going to go to a team that wants me, that I'm clearly the guy. There's no competition. I'm the man. And I'm going to show everyone what's up. So Justin Fields, sorry, NFL schedule makers, he don't have no damn time for your juicy storylines, okay, pal? No time for your revenge games. Don't mark it as a top revenge game because Justin Fields ain't giving you nothing on it. But in his mind, right, it's the perfect entry game. I know some people are nervous, like, oh, geez, what if Aaron Rodgers goes there? What's that going to mean? I ain't scared of nothing. But I'll tell you this. There's no better way to start the era. Justin Fields has a chance to immediately show the Steelers, here's what you're missing, suckers. And think about this. If Aaron Rodgers ends up playing for that Pittsburgh team, which we're all sort of assuming, you know what they say about people who assume, but we're all assuming that Aaron Glenn, who told Aaron Rodgers to get the fuck out, has a chance to say, get the fuck out of MetLife Stadium. This is the new Jets era 1-0, baby. He has a chance to do that. We could do a double dip and start the season 1-0, and the vibes will be so high to the high heavens. Just think about it, people. So Justin Fields don't have time for those storylines. I sure do. Fascinating. So, yeah, that's a Justin Fields press conference. There's a couple other clips and everything of that nature, but, yeah, I was very intrigued by that. Very interesting. Let's go to Southern Jet. We love talking to Rich. I've put my hope and emotions into the Seinfeld lockbox until I see a team that plays with discipline, doesn't shoot itself in the foot, and makes weekly advancement no matter how small. A fair point, Southern Rich. A fair point. A lot of people are going to need to see it. There's been a lot of talk. A lot of people are going to need to see it before they believe. And fair enough to those people that need that. We'll see. Alana's not a fan of Louis Riddick. There you go. And not everyone is. Taylor Sterling says, I would sign up for 4 wins in a row to start the season. Let me pull up the Jets schedule here, even though I'm pretty sure I know it. But let's pull it up here just in case. So I would say we got week 1, Pittsburgh, 1 o'clock. All right, very nice. Oh, yeah, week 2, home for Buffalo, 1 o'clock. That'll be a good challenge. And then the 2 road games in Florida. At Tampa Bay, that's going to be hot as all hell. Hassan Reddick revenge game. If he's even there, he ends his weird holdout thing he's doing at voluntary workouts. Todd Bowles, obviously, okay. And then Monday Night Football at Miami, week 4. What a cool doubleheader Monday Night Football game that'll be with a 7:15 kickoff. Like that. I like that. Yeah. And then obviously we have our Jets Cowboys tailgate game. And then London. So, yeah, the season's going to be off to a raucous start, Taylor Sterling. A raucous start. Welcome back, BMAC, I see, to the chat. BMAC, good to see you, pal. Very nice. Always supporting. That's wonderful. Yeah, hopefully Tanner Engstrand can maximize Justin Fields. That was another quote from the Tanner Engstrand press conference yesterday, because Rich Samini's like, your quarterback with Detroit was Jared Goff, and now you got Justin Fields. How does that change things? And Tanner just said, oh, it opens up things. So there you go. I'll be curious to see what this offense looks like. It's a new era, baby. Ooh, BMAC is in the chat, and everyone's loving that. That's beautiful. Yep. Let's go to Jesse here. Who besides Bryce Huff did we lose on defense to go from potential number 1 to average? So let's see. John Franklin Myers was another big one, obviously. JFM. Quentin Jefferson was another one. So basically the defensive tackle room got lit on fire. So that change ended up with horrific results. Let me see who else. Our linebackers. Well, CJ Mosley, I guess, got hurt early on. I love Quincy and Jamie, but Mosley got hurt early on, and there was a transitional phase there. Who else am I missing? Bryce Huff for sure. I think that's it, unless I'm missing somebody else. But yeah, I mean, and just I don't know if it was the mentality or what, because think about this, right? 2023, the defense put the team on their back and said, we need to do it all because this Jets offense ain't going to do shit. And then the next year, they're like, sweet, finally, the offense will pick up some slack. And then they didn't, and that was frustrating, I'm sure, for the defense. So, yeah, Jesse, a little bit of that action, I imagine, was the main culprit there as well. Yes, I've seen a lot of the Bryce Huff stuff. Yes, I have. By the way, JFM apparently wasn't at Broncos OTAs. Reunion? Speaking of reunions, Dixon Yas. Would you want Bryce Huff back from Philly for cheap, even though we don't know if he will work in this new scheme? I'd totally be open to it. Now, we'd have to figure out the money because I'm not willing to pay whatever the Eagles paid. And we could probably do a full show on this over the weekend. Maybe we will. Diving into the numbers and what it would look like. Is it a trade? Does he get cut? What's happening there? But I'd be totally open to it. Because, again, if you look at the Jets edge rusher room, there's Jermaine Johnson. I love Jermaine. There's Will McDonald. I love Will McDonald. The number 3 edge of this team is probably Michael Clemens. And if you don't like that answer, then you're going to the UDFA pool from last year of, again, Brady McGregor, Eric Watts, Tyler Barron, the late 5th round pick, people like that. Let me see if I'm missing anybody else on the New York Jets roster at defensive end that I'm currently not thinking of, or just on the D line in general. Let me see. Those are the interior guys: Fatorma, Phil Darian, Byron Coward, Derek Nottie, LT3, J2 Fele. So Rashad Weaver is another one, I guess. I don't know what we're going to get there. I guess he's another name I didn't consider, but 100% I'd be interested in bringing Bryce Huff back. He loved, being a Jet. He wanted the bag, and then it just hasn't worked out there in Philly. But yeah, he was really good here. Why wouldn't we? On the cheap? Come on. I'd be open to it. Again, we'll maybe explore that in a full show over the weekend. Now, also, if JFM can shake free too, that'd be great. Oh, yeah. People get very upset with BMAC here in the chat, I see. Well, you guys know how to send them to the grinder. That's for sure. If that is necessary. I like having B-Mac in here. He's nice. Yeah. We don't need to ban him. I'm totally fine with him sticking around. He seems like a good guy. We have 300 people in the room, by the way, watching. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe, baby, here on the program. We appreciate you. Let's open up the phone lines. It's 8 o'clock. It's time to do it. We'll open up the phone lines. If you'd like to call into today's show, YouTube is the place to do it. YouTube.com/boygreen25, baby. Make sure you guys do it, and feel free to utilize your participation trophy for the day. Call into the program and talk Jets, and I imagine much, much more. All that and more coming up right here on Boy Green Daily after this.
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams. Watch Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S. Jets. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Boy Green Daily continues here on the program. Let's bleepin' go. Looking forward to it. Phone lines are open, baby. YouTube.com/boygreen25. Yes, sir. Let's do it. We got a lot happening here on the program. Oh, B-Mac. I love all that in the comment section. You guys enjoy whatever's going on in there. That's great. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Let's kick it off with EZ, baby. EZ.
Morning, all.
What's cracking, baby? What's going on?
I wanted to make a comment first. B-Mac, you're welcome to be part of our show. We love you, but
Sure.
just keep the dickhead activity to a low simmer, and we'll tolerate you. We understand you're really a Packers fan and a Rodgers fan, and that's cool. But if you're going to be part of our show, bring up something constructive. Bring something to the table that's positive. You've been hooked up with the Jets people and the Jets franchise now for 2-3 years. You have some insight. Why don't you bring some positive insight on how to improve this team rather than just constantly trying to bash it just because Rodgers isn't here? The guy's a dinosaur at this point. Like I said, even though my pick wouldn't have worked out in Derek Carr, I still think we'd have been in a much better financial situation and kind of, because of what happened with Rodgers with the injury and the way he played anyway. Did we really lose anything if we would have had Carr? Probably not. But that's hearsay.
Yeah.
Anyway, talking about JFM, love to get John Franklin Myers back. I'd love to get Quentin Jefferson back. I think that's why Douglas lost his job. I don't think it was purely because of the coaching staff. I think the coaching staff was fired, and Douglas would have stayed if he didn't monkey around with the defensive line and cost us games in that respect. Because, look back now. Think of how many – he made some bad picks.
Sure.
But think of how many really good guys he got and how they experimented. Think of how many of these experiments worked.
Good point.
Jamian Sherwood, Michael Carter II, he was kind of a flyer pick. And look, he's one of the best slot corners in the league. I got to give Saleh and Ulbrich credit for coaching these guys up. It's just they could not game plan. Their individual coaching prowess to increase the quality of the players themselves was very good, which means they're very good position coaches, but they're just not the brains of the organization, so to speak.
Yeah. That makes sense.
My dad used to say when he used to be a publicist for the 3M company, Scotch tape and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, eventually, he says, when you're in the corporate world, you will keep getting promoted until you reach your level of incompetence.
Wow.
and he said, and then the promotions stop. He said, that's what he would say. And I think what happened with Saleh and Ulbrich is they kind of reached their level of incompetence. They were good at scheming certain things and good at coaching players. They just quite couldn't get it done. I mean, it's like they were a good sous chef, but they were not a good head chef. To bring it back
That's
to
a
my
good way to
food
put it.
analogy.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, sure. Yeah. And I think,
But
to be honest, I know no one gives a shit about this, but I think Sawa is going to be a great sous chef in San Francisco. That's more his palate, more his menu, on things that he's
did you
going to
hear
be able to cook.
they got Morstead? They got
I
Morstead. They signed
did.
him
Yeah.
yesterday.
I'm happy for Morstead. I love Morstead,
Yep.
obviously. And Brant Boyer, obviously, is out there,
Mhm.
so who's the special teams
They're
coordinator.
gonna
So, yeah,
they're gonna love it out. I'm telling you, Morstead's gonna love it out in San Fran. It's a beautiful
sure.
area. At least it was in the '80s when I was living there. God knows. I mean, I don't know what it's like now. Everyone seems to be bashing it, saying there's a bunch of druggies out there and stuff. But hell, have you ever heard of Haight Ashbury? Berkeley.
That's a good
There
point.
were always
Sure.
drug addicts out there and people partying on the streets. Oh well. Anyway, guys, have a good one. Before I go, Bryce Huff. Not sure. I'm not sure if the scheme worked, if it was the combination of him with Quinnen. I'm not exactly sure what made his motor run, but I don't know if it'll still work. I don't know. I really don't know. And he's not going to want to come here for a half a bag when he's getting paid a bag right now. So I don't know.
Yeah, well,
what do you think?
Yeah, let's marinate on that, Easy, for sure. Oh my God, I love this show. I love this show. Woo, I am tearing up. That is woo-wee. Okay. Doggy. That is if someone would say, Paul, before the show, here's a map. Oh, okay. Good. Here's where this conversation is going to go. La 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 la. And then like, wow, that is it's a trip. Now I'll tell you, I enjoy being on the EZD roller coaster. It's one of a kind. Keeps things fresh. Keeps things new. We're just talking about Justin Fields. New. Easy. He keeps me on the edge of the seat at all times. From Sala and sous chefs and drugs and hey, Bryce Huff. Thoughts? What the bleep? Yeah. Again, we'll probably try to dive into the numbers and see what that all looks like for the bag that was just there for Bryce Huff, and see the escape clauses that exist. They are always there in different facets. Sometimes they're more painful than others to get out of a contract. So we'll evaluate that again. There's obviously a need from a Jets perspective. Scheme-wise, obviously, Steve Wilkes really didn't even get a lot into that during his press coverage yesterday. He kept saying it's not about the it's not, I'm going to butcher this. It's not about the scheme. It's about the play style, or it's not about the play calls. It's about the play style. Basically, he was trying to go in a way of not revealing anything, which is fine if they want to keep things secret. Eventually, the truth will be in the numbers. You'll be able to see what they're lining up in, and we'll get a taste of that in week one. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm open to it. He was a good dude while he was here. It's obviously not working in Philly, but to me, it not working in Philly, what would that mean to me? It's not like he forgot how to play football. Like, the Jets know what he is, and they should know intimately well. I know that regime isn't here anymore, but I'd certainly do my homework. And I don't think it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. He did nothing last year, and now he's holding out of these. And again, whether or not you want to call their holdout or not is up to you because they're voluntary. But yeah, there's something funky going on over there, and I'd be willing to investigate. Talent's talent, man. A football team's a football team. I'd totally be into it, for sure. I'm not really sure how to transition from there. I'm going to be candid. But we're going to do the best we can. Fleur Lily and Big D, I believe, had some advice here. Where is this? Where is Fleur Lily here? Go with the flow, BG. I'll get that tattooed on my lower back. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next one. It's a Philly Noodles Friday, baby. Yeah.
What's going on, man?
What the bleep? Wow. What a show.
I don't like easy when he's at home. He needs to have the headset. We get that unrational takes at all times.
Yeah. He's
Oh
one of
my
a
God.
kind, man.
He's like our diners, drive-ins, and dives. He's our you know what I mean? What's his name? What's
Yeah.
that guy? Yeah, he's that dude. He's
Yeah.
that
Which again,
he-
he's
he-
ours. He's part of our
yeah,
family, and I can't but wait. I'm going to meet
dude.
Easy for the very first time at this tailgate. He's scheduled to come. I
Right.
don't even know what to expect, and maybe that's the best way to do it: is to leave expectations at home and just say, "Well, let's see what's going to happen here." So that's going to be wild. Yeah.
BG, you get there. If he's not wearing a headset, you tell him to leave.
I
He
will,
needs to
because
have
like
a
that,
headset at all
I,
times.
from everything I understand, it's surgically attached to his head. So like, I don't believe there's any other option. But I guess we'll see. Yeah,
If he takes them off, everybody yells at him. Just put the
right.
beers down.
Yeah, like come on, it's not the same, right? It
No,
doesn't make
it's
sense.
definitely not.
Yeah.
It helps. It enhances his takes. So yeah, he was funny just mentioning the JD thing. Everything he mentioned was all Salah. I mean, Salah wanted Sherwood because it reminded him of what's his name over in
Fred
San
Warner.
Francisco. Yeah, Warner. Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, Justin Fields. In this short amount of time, we've gone from a child who was running the quarterback position
Yeah.
to a flaming, like we're talking about he's going down in flames, but like still very hot coals in Aaron Rodgers to a consummate, poised young professional. And it's like it feels good to be dealing with that. It's like very calm, easygoing, none of that nonsense. No, let's talk about my vacations and
Right, like the
like we're not
drama's
getting
out. The drama is out. And for people who
yeah.
don't realize, he had crazy shit happening in Chicago. He obviously had crazy shit happening in Pittsburgh. And you want to know what he said? Nothing. When he got benched and got sent to it, obviously he was upset, right? He didn't want to go to the bench, but he said nothing. He didn't give like, yeah, fuck Russell Wilson or any kind of question. He said nothing. He just said, hey, I'm just going to be here if they need me. Chicago, when all kinds of crazy coaching crap happened, he just shut up. He didn't burn the coaching staff. He didn't do nothing. He just kept doing his job. So, yeah, drama's out of one Jets drive, and we'll see if that result changes wins or anything of that nature, but that's refreshing.
Yeah, I think would it change wins right away? We don't know. And it's not like I don't want to say that's what we're holding the measuring stick to. Kind of have to no matter what. But if the measuring stick is 4 to 5 wins, beat that. I think it's possible, right? I don't want to sound like that, but it's true. It's
for
pretty
sure.
plausible. He did 4 in 6 games last year. I think he can get 5 in 16 to 17 games. So I mentioned earlier in the chat, I mentioned it in Jake Asman's show, and it didn't take to good ears and liking, but I wanted to start a well, last year I didn't do it on your show, but I did it on his show. I would burn animals in reference to the teams we played. Like literally plastic animals, like toys. And
plastic animals. I was like,
it was weird.
Wow.
Not real animals. PETA. Hey, everybody out there in PETA, I love
Blessed
animals.
be he.
I have a dog.
Okay. But I like that. That's kind of like not the burning of animals alive, but sacrificing something, right? Like I can't remember who used to do it back in the day. Someone's going to remember when the Jets win, we go in and they jump in the pool, right? Like whoever did that, I remember that when I was younger. Like I remember seeing that on Facebook. So you got your own sticks. Okay, bear and look at all the crazy animals we have this year. Yeah,
it didn't. It panned out a little bit. We won like maybe 1 or 2 of the games. The other games we lost. Whatever the heck may have you. And it reminded me of the guy from the Major League movie.
Yeah.
The Dominican dude.
Yeah, right. I like that. Yeah, see? So, hey, bring it back, baby. Yeah, I like that.
I might not, but I would think I'm going to do the Kyle Clifton Card Collector's Corner, where I take a card with an image of the team we're playing against that week.
Yeah.
And we just read off the back of the card, and we have a little commemorative time to Kyle Clifton and his great 13 seasons with the Jets. 13 seasons with the Jets.
Yeah, that's a
He's
long
the
time.
leading tackler in Jet history. People need to understand.
So salute to Kyle Clifton in our chat, baby. Amen.
I want to salute him. I think once a week on Sundays. Let's have it bring some good juju into this season. So I have a card loaded, but it doesn't have any no opponent on it. But
that's okay.
I think that's what
we'll do that. I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it on your show because it didn't take to like it. on the Asman show. So it's coming to the BG show.
Hey, that's it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Philly, appreciate you. Philly Friday is in the books, baby. Every Friday we hear from our guy, Philly Noodles, Kyle Clifton. Salute the one and only Kyle Clifton. Thanks, Kyle, for being on the show. We appreciate it. There you go. Again, I see people are this chat is very lively about fake BMAC. Hey, folks, send in 10 memberships and grinder time. All right, there you go. And I'll do this. If we get 10 sent in and banish old BMAC, I'll gift 5 on the channel. I'll gift an additional 5 on top of the 10. So we can keep spreading the love, if that's what you'd like. So sorry, fake BMAC, but you've angered the chat to such a degree, I have to leave the door open. So there you have it. Beautiful. Lucas says, BG, did you end up connecting with Nick? Nick who? I have short-term memory loss. You'll have to let me know what Nick you're talking about, Luca. I'm not sure. But while we're waiting for Luca, whatever that question is, let's jump over to the one and only Southern Jet. Rich is back on the show. What's up, Rich?
Doing? I guess Luca thinks you're Karnak, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Wow.
I watch games with Eddie and his kid. So in honor of Eddie, I'd like to take Civil War battlefields for 800, Paul.
There you go. Ding! I like that. I like that. Let's take the category. Yes.
Hey, I didn't. Before I get to the Fields thing, I didn't. I've been out of it for a little while. Getting a new dog, and
nice.
JFM's available.
So here's the thing. I follow a lot of Denver Broncos people out there,
Sure.
and someone texted me saying, hey, JFM wasn't at OTAs. And I'm like, oh? And they said it could be nothing, but I wanted to let you know. And I said, interesting. Because I don't know how many trades in history, right? You send someone somewhere and said, nah, I'm just kidding. I want it back in a different deal in a different year. But I had a few Broncos people text me they missed OTAs. I don't think they told me the reason, so I'll have to go. I'll have to do some research and look into it, and if we end up doing it for a show. But as soon as I hear that, I'm like, okay. Obviously, I'd love JFM back. Look at the needs on the team.
That's a good find because Peyton's notoriously got a virulent temper.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd be the type of coach that would shoot himself in the foot just to win an argument. The thing with Fields is that I think what Engstrom's comment when they asked about, well, you had Goff, he goes, now I got a different tool set.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is common sense, right, Paul? We're gonna see, until we prove we have a competent receiving core, which I don't think we do at the time.
I don't either.
Yeah. We're going to see stacked boxes, and we're going to see a spy. We're going to see a spy on Fields, and we're going to see stacked boxes to stop our running game, because that's what the team's going to feature. So, what I want to see from Engstrom is a creative way, slants, dump offs to the running backs, get slants to the tight ends, what we call safety routes in football. And Fields, let's not put him in the Hall of Fame here. Fields' Achilles heel is he doesn't get through his progressions too far.
Right.
He can do it the most before he takes off running.
Bails, right.
Yeah. So safety valves is imperative in this offense. Imperative. Because if you don't, he'll have some impressive runs, but you won't win many games,
Correct.
And he'll get hurt,
Right, inevitably, right. Which, he hasn't had a full season yet in his career. Now, part of that could be, part of that has been injury, and part of it, obviously, not of his own accord, obviously getting benched last year, but the truth is the truth. He has not played a full season yet, so.
Yeah. So I think the biggest key to Engstrom is how he utilizes safety valves for Fields, so he doesn't have to run every time he doesn't see anybody open, because he can't get to his fourth progression like Joe Montana and Aaron Rodgers could. He's not pocket quarterback that just sits there like Brady, can move up a foot or two and get to his fourth progression.
Right.
That's why
He's not proven to be that at all.
yeah, that's why the greats are the ones who get to their fourth progression. Because why? The fourth progression's always open. He's got a big lunky linebacker covering him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah. So that to me, that's the key of the season is how we structure help. Let's call it help for Fields when he doesn't find anybody open. Hey, hopefully he's got a seam, but it's going to be hard to find a seam with the stacked box. That's what people know he's going to be spied. That's going to make it tough. But the stacked box is going to make it tougher. And until we prove that, this is why I'm in favor of a trade for a receiver, is because I think that'll loosen the stacked box.
Of course.
Because if we don't loosen the stacked box, Paul, we're not winning more than 6 games.
I think you could be onto something. The thing that I'm intrigued by will be mesh point opportunities, and there's obviously a full playbook of different things you could do from there. But when defensive ends have to make big boy decisions of either slamming down or containing, either way, I think it's a plus for the Jets. Unless, to your point, they're just stacking the boxes and they are blitzkrieging an 8-man front, then the it won't matter who keeps it, Brees or Justin, because they're just going to attack that every time. So they're going to have to make people respect the passing game. Obviously, Garrett is in that category. Who else? Well, there's a lot of mystery there.
Is there any, like I said, I've been, for a dog. Is there any receiver other than, I don't want Amari Cooper. I had him on my fantasy team I had him, I traded him, the guy doesn't play either off in the turf. Once you put him on grass or cold weather, he sucks. No, I mean, I know I've had him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the 2 free agents are Amari and Keenan. Those are the ones that are available if you want them. And then the mystery one available in trade that I keep hearing whispers about, but who knows the truth, is Justin Fields' former teammate, DJ Moore. Apparently, there could be something cooking there, which, again, if that's true, I believe he's the most attractive receiver that's available.
He's good.
Mm-hmm. And there'd be a chemistry already, which, again, could intrigue you.
Reliable, yeah.
Right.
He's reliable. What do you think? A third?
I'm curious because obviously he's in the middle of his big contract already. Let me get the age right on DJ Moore. 28, and he's fresh 28. He just turned 28 in the middle of April, so he's still relatively young. Let's see, how many years does he have left on the contract? We're doing this, I think, the other day for old DJ. He signed the 4-year deal for $110, which, by the way, was great value for what he is.
Yeah.
Let's see. He's got. Oh, so it was 4-year extension on the year. So he still has 4 years left. It's 25, 26, 27, 28. Wow, maybe even goes even further than that. Oh, yeah, so it must have been 4 years on the rookie. That makes more sense now. So, yeah, he is under contract for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years still. And there's an out after, 2027. So the numbers don't look bad, though. Like his base salaries are 20, 23, 23, 23, 23. Like that's super manageable for the star, quote unquote, receiver that you want. With all the numbers skyrocketing to 40 million plus for the highest paid receiver, there's a near $16 million gap between him and the next guy. Yeah, this sounds reasonable. Yeah,
he might be worth a second because, and the reason I'm saying, normally I would say no, but he'd be worth a second because we get him for 5 years on a cheap price.
Yeah, if a 2 is available to go get him and pair him up with Garrett Wilson, chemistry with already Fields, I think that's a play.
That solves our problems because they especially with Arian Smith coming out,
right?
You throw him out on the Y, and he just takes the top off on certain plays. You can't stack the box against those 3.
Definitely not. And that's why I think the Arian Smith, I know a lot of people gave shit to the Arian Smith thing, but quite frankly, it's the perfect recipe for this stack boxing because, okay, you think he's not going to catch the ball. Okay, then let him go past you and let's see what happens. And maybe on the first play you hit him with an 80-yarder, you're like, oh, shit. Well, we got to respect that and then lighten up. So obviously the Jets have a plan here. Will it work? We'll see. But Arian apparently has been uncoverable in camp, or OTAs rather, according to Feria. We'll see. Yeah,
You're
so
right.
he's
If he catches you in the beginning, that'll take the top off
the threat of it. Decoy even. Yeah.
You're still going to get a spy. There's no question about
Yeah,
that.
oh, you have to. A team would be negligent to
Right.
not do it all the time on fields with what he brings to the table.
Right. Hey, man, great call. Great show.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you, Rich. Good having you back here on the program. Hey, Philly Noodles Friday, Southern Rich. Man, what a program thus far, baby. We got 400 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. Baby, here on the program. Appreciate you. Yeah, DJ Moore, again, when we're talking about wide receiver moves potentially to be had here, that's something I've certainly sort of gotten intrigued by. Zach Quinn says, I'm going to wait till the Pats come on before I get excited about it. And to your love to do it for any of you out there. You guys don't have to get excited about anything that you don't want to. For me, I'm very intrigued by Arian Smith. I love the Deshaun Jackson comps. He's a player I loved in the NFL. So yes, give me some. If he's half the player Deshaun is, I think we're going to be very, very, very happy about it. Very happy. I'm going to be very pleased with those results. We will see for sure. Lucas asking about Nick Faria. I don't think this time slot works with him right now. He took a job. Congratulations at JetsXFactor.com. So I did reach out to him. Luca, I'm not sure if this time slot's going to work for him anymore. So we're going to have to try to see if we could do some backflips to get him on. I know there was a few people that wanted him back. I'd have to see. But I think this time slot actually is competitive with some of the things he's got going on. Plus, he's been going to all these OTAs, and that's in the morning. So we will see. I'll keep you guys posted on that. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Hap Baby is here on the program. Good morning, Hap.
Hey, fellas. How you doing, Paul?
Good,
man.
I
was thinking to myself, you got 400 people at this time of year, right?
Right.
Pretty amazing. I mean,
That's
what happens if the Jets start winning?
You know, a few people have said that because 2023, there's supposed to be all this hype, obviously, with Aaron Rodgers. And I don't know how I got into these conversations, but a few other Jets content creators were like, hey, man, I can quit my other jobs because this thing's going to go to no. And I'm like, wow, I never thought about it like that. I'm like, I just do the shows, and whether it's if I'm, doing a sermon and, in the center of the village and there's one person there going, yeah, I like what you're saying. I'm like, okay, I'm about to deliver you the greatest sermon of all time, whoever you are. Or it's 500 people. All right, everybody, 500 people. I'm about to deliver the sermon. So to me, I didn't think about it like that, but I heard that ahead of 2023. I went, interesting. But you're right. We're here on Friday, May 30th at 8:27 in the morning. There's 400 people that said, what's this Jets conversation all about on May 30th? What in the world? So you're 100% right. Imagine when things are popping and we get into again, I can't, what was the last one? I'm trying to think where we had it was something with Rudy, maybe Tyron Smith, free agent. I can't remember when it was, but we had I remember having 2,000 people in the room, and I'm losing my mind. I'm 2,000 people right now, all watching the show. That's crazy. So to have 400, you're 100% right. To have 400 on a May 30th is just insane. So super humbled. I can't wait. Yeah, when the Jets are good. I've never done a show when the Jets are good. When I did the Jets radio show 15 years ago, it was just after the AFC Championship runs, and I'm like, man, this is going to be great, and nothing. So I haven't had playoffs, I haven't had bupkis in my entire career as a broadcaster, radio guy. Zero, zip and bit. But as a fan, I've really enjoyed everything. So I know it's going to flip. Good things come to those who wait. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, all that jazz. It's going to hit, and I can't wait. I was still in high school. That's 100% true. In Alain, 15 years ago, yes, I was still in high school. Crazy.
It's going to blow up. Once we start winning, you'll see. You'll probably get that 10,000. That'll probably.
Oh, yeah, baby. Let's go. Toot.
And as far as Smith is concerned, taking the top off, he's getting all the race. He was talking about him. He was saying that he's really lighting it up. No one could cover the kid,
Yeah. I saw that. And I wrote a piece about it on what Fair said. And I was like, holy, he was saying all kinds of crazy things like, man, he can't be covered right now, and good God, that speed, he's getting me excited. I'm like, Jesus, all right, here we go, let's
Yeah.
roll.
I'm just concerned about him getting off the line. If he can get off the line, if you bump him and bump and run kind of a thing. I don't know what the situation is with that.
Well, that was so Connor Rogers, who does Jet stuff everywhere. He's an NBC draft analyst. I was for every time the Jets made a pick, I was hearing whatever Mel Kipers of the world were saying. And I said, I wonder what Connor is saying. He's doing a live show and he studies all this. So I went to it, and oh my God, I don't think you could hate a pick more. And Connor went, oh my God, this is an awful pick. And to your point, the thing he said is, someone said, he's got to get better coming off the line of scrimmage. And Connors made a joke like, man, I'd be worried if a window was open because the draft might throw him over. And I was like, oh, geez. So, there's a lot to be learned, basically. But to your point, here's a good example, right? And again, the Jets are not the Chiefs, but Xavier Worthy, that dude was like a friggin' 170 soaking pounds wet last year. And that's what I said. Someone is going to light this dude up. He's like, oh, I'm so fast. Look at me. And I'm like, someone is going to punch him in the mouth at the line of scrimmage. And that happened in practice a few times. I saw him get tossed around like a rag doll. But then he ended up having a really good season. Let me see what the final numbers were on Xavier Worthy's stats. He ended up having 600 yards, 50 catches, 6 touchdowns, and he's 165 pounds.
Wow.
So he was someone I was super worried about last year, and he overcame it. So
yeah, I mean, I take 650 yards from
hell
Smith
yeah,
this year. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks. I'll see you out.
Awesome, great call, Hap. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's the concern with a guy like Arian, who's so light in the loafers that you're going to have to make up that difference. But there are ways to get your guy involved where, okay, if he gets straight up on the line of scrimmage, someone's going to beat his ass, and okay, put him in a trio bunch set and put him on the inner left or inner right, and he can either do hooks or flares. And I love that. And then get stock blocks moving forward. I think there's a lot of opportunities for some of that too. All right, we got a super chat in here. Hang on tight, people. Talk to me, baby. Here we go. Ah, yes, DIY for life. Our boy Devin with a super chat. Every time we get a super chat here from Soraya Luna.
Wow.
Thank you, DNY for life, with your previous super chat combinations, baby. That's 2 more raffle tickets. You're up to 31 raffle tickets so far this month. Let's kick some Patuki. Good morning, BG. Sent you a lot of money this AM. Can't wait. We are the NYJ and built for this shit. I'm loving my quarterback more every day. Come on, let's give him a little bit of this action.
That's what I do know. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
And work one of these. Devin, at some point, let me just check if I got a response from you yet. I don't think so. I believe I emailed you back this morning. I think it worked and went through, but I got 2 conflicting messages. So hopefully it did go through. I got a first one that said it didn't go through, and then one 4 minutes later that said it went through. So I don't know if it changed its mind or what happened. So I'll keep an eye on that and let you know if that fully went through, and I'll let you know. But yes, that is a good reminder, though, everybody. I will be reaching out over the weekend to say, hey, if you showed interest in the tickets and for the deadline coming up for the Jets where I have to get them the money. So I'll be reaching out over the weekend. So expect my email, looking to collect and start setting stuff up. We got Jets Cowboys, baby, and we got to start lining everything up. So we should be doing that here in very, very near time. So I'm looking forward to it. But I love that Devin is loving his quarterback more every day. Justin Fields is a different cat. Obviously on the field, I talked about a lot of those stats and analytics, but he's just a different dude off it. And I have to even get used to it myself that like he's just not giving the answers that are creating headlines, but that's a good thing. That's refreshing. It's good that he's not giving all this crap. He's going to let his play on the field do the talking. And to me, that's pretty exciting. And I love that. Devin can't wait for the Week 5 Jets Cowboys tailgate, baby. It's right around the corner. It's only a couple months away, and we're going to have a great time. We're going to have a great party, and I can't wait for it. It's going to be amazing. So let's freaking go, baby. Let's go. Speaking of Devin, let's go to the phone lines. Devin, a.k.a. DNY for Life, here on the program. Oh, he's not on the program. No, that was anticlimactic. Anywho, let's go back to another phone call, perhaps. It's Scotty time. Oh, look at you, Scotty. All in your glory. Look at last night. That was incredible.
Listen, BG, you called it. You nailed it. You said the Knicks had the mental fortitude. You said it was going to be like the Celtics. Sorry for my
No, that's okay.
knuckles here. I'm going to walk away from them. But, the thing is, can they do it in Game 6? I said Game 4 and Game 6. One of those two we needed to steal. I just don't see the Pacers beating us in Game 7. So we'll see. Look, what do you think the percentage chances are of the Knicks winning in the Pacers' home?
In
Give me
Game
a number.
6, let's
Don't
see.
say zero. No 0.0, please.
I won't. Although I guess if I did, that would be good news because the 0.0 ended up not being 0. But
Give me a percentage. Come on,
well, I
man.
mean, we did it yesterday. It's 50-50. They're either going to win or they're going to lose. It's 50-50. It's heads or tails.
I like
That's
that
the only choice.
50-50. I was going to say 40, but 50 is better.
Yeah.
But if they're meant to, I just, I think Game 7 is donezo. I don't think they beat the Knicks at the Garden. I just don't see that. So we're still in it, man. All right. As to Justin Fields, I 100% agree with you. I just love the way he is. Just look at how he addressed his situation in Chicago. You never heard a negative word out of this guy's mouth. He had no help. He had no line. And you never heard him bash anyone. And I love that about him. I think that this team is going to really support him in ways he's never had before. That O-line is going to be a revelation. Look at the amount of yards he got on average lines. With this line, Breece Hall gets totally everything he hoped for because now he has a diversion, and that's Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields is going to open up Breece Hall in ways that he's never had before. So I'm so excited about this year. And, just the culture change, I think the coaching alone in the NFL more than any sport, I think coaching makes the biggest difference. And I really think that our coaching staff let us down. So I'm excited about the year, man.
Well, I'll tell you this real quick for everybody because I know we have a lot of Jets-Knicks cross-pollination. Keep an eye out. We might be doing a Knicks show on this channel today at some point. So keep an eye out. There might be a Knicks Pacers preview conversation with a Knicks insider. So again, because we're also promoting my new radio show YouTube channel, MC Show Digital. So we'll be streaming it over here too. So there could be something coming today. Keep an eye out, Knicks fans. All right.
BG, where is Indy? He's been Morgan's missing the last couple of days.
Indy.
No gloating. What happened?
Indy.
Witness protection program.
Is he down there? No, he's not down there. Is he underneath the phone? No, he's not there. I just know. Weird. He's curiously absent. Interesting. Huh. Well, I guess I'll keep you posted, Scotty, if he comes at some point in the show.
BG, I need the extra positivity for Game 6. That's the game. I'm telling you. You
get it.
You could be on or off in Game 7. I'd love you to stay on. But Game 6 is the game where we really need the leprechaun luck. So bring
there
it.
There you go.
Bring
well,
it.
My vertically challenged leprechaun ass will be in your corner, pal. Let's ride. Appreciate you. More details on that to come, folks. I'll give you at the end of the show. Let's go back. I think we got him for a discount double check. Devin, DNY for life. What's up, Devin?
What's going on, BJ? You hear me all right?
Yeah, loud and clear, brother.
Cool. I grabbed my phone driving and stuff, and it just kicked me off. Bruh. Hey, so I don't know what happened with this morning with my Zelle, too. Like, I sent the money this morning, and it just was like, it didn't go. And I'm like, what the hell? And then it went, though. It went the second time, and they sent me a text saying, hey, you sure you want to send?
Cool.
I guess because it was a large sum. So, but that's cool. So I'm gonna, if you send me an email, let me know you got that. Would that be awesome? Because it's not a little bit of money. So I want to just say I'm with you, bro. Like, fuck Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like, I'm thinking about the great scheme. Like, I get it. He was here for 2 years. I appreciated that he came. I appreciated that, he was going to try to turn this around. His heart was in the right place. So that part, not fuck him. But all of this holding on to Aaron Rodgers shit, like, that's bullshit. Like, soon as Justin Fields wins 5-6 games this year, he would have won more games than fucking Aaron Rodgers ever won for the New York Jets. So I need people to just get behind this facts. Like this is not going to be, and I'm gonna be the biggest idiot, or I'm gonna be the biggest, savant, or Nostradamus or Devstradamus, because I'm telling you, man, I'm like on some real, like I really feel like we got double digits wins, like 12 wins at a minimum, and it's all not because of like, oh, rose colored Jets glasses. It's all based off of simple shit, man. It's like O-line is better. We got a staff, an entire staff that actually has a plan, a detailed plan. Imagine that, a detailed plan for the people that they want to draft. And every time we keep looking at it, we keep hearing it. Oh, Arian Smith is looking good in practice, but he was going to drop all these passes. But he's always open. Oh, that might be coaching. That might be just a taste of what the coaching can do. Like, to put people in positions to succeed. That's what that sounds like to me. So I don't get this whole, we're not going to win any games. I'm telling you, I'm waiting for, I want the odds. I don't never bet, EG. I don't never bet. But I'm making a bet this year. I'm making a bet that we are going to, whatever that win total is, I hope they keep it at 4 or 5, whatever it is. I'm going over that. And I'm definitely going. I'm gonna see if I can parlay something that says we're gonna make the playoffs, because we're gonna make the playoffs, bro. I don't know if we're gonna be win our division, but we're making the playoffs. So I'm just real positive on what I see. And here's the thing, man. Like, I'm just gonna say this as, I'm a man that's in a interracial relationship, so there ain't no black and white shit. But like, there's a difference in how certain people go about their job. Like, as a black man,
I know what a terrible place to lose you. Oh, we got you. Hey, wait, one second.
You got time to bullshit.
Wait, we lost you. So you just went like you told us as a black man, and then you froze. So I'm like, wait, Devin, and we lost it. So that's exactly where we lost it. So no, yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I was just saying, as a black man in America, and as one that is working, you know what I mean, in certain environments, you can't fail. There's not the room for failure. That's my point. It's like, you got to really know when you're given these opportunities, you got to take advantage of it. It's the reality of it. Like, you don't see black head coaches getting recycled that often, but you see white head coaches getting recycled frequently. And it's just the reality of it. And I'm not trying to make a black and white thing, or, because I'm really not about that. You know what I mean? I'm about, what's fair was fair, but I'm called with it how I see it. So AG is not trying to fail, bro. Like, that's another thing that I hang my hat on, is like, this man is not trying to fail. He knows he may not ever get another opportunity to be a head coach in the National Football League again. So it's not going to happen. Justin Fields, last opportunity. They're combining everything to make everything successful around him. It may not work, but it may not work for fucking Patrick Mahomes if his offensive line goes down too. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry for all the cursing, but like,
no,
it's just reality of it. You know what I mean? We got a team that is beyond hungry. We got superstars that are beyond hungry. So if you can have coaching that can actually talk about, and Engstrom talked about this yesterday in his press conference, he's going to have details for his players. He's going to have the expectations for them to know where they're supposed to be, what the route is, what the concept is, what the blocking scheme is, down to a detail. We have not had that. I don't think we've had that even in the Rex years when we were winning games. He was not detailed like that. So if you think about the fact of how detailed these folks are going to be, bruh, it's about to be on. And I just cannot wait. And I'm just going to say that. I love Scotty. Scotty, I love your energy, man. I hope you come into this game. If you're not, man, that sucks. But I really want to meet Scotty, Philly Noodles.
Yep.
Indy Jets. I do want to meet you. I do like your points. And though, I don't fucking like your Indy team, but you know what? You're a good dude, man. It's a lot. I can't wait, man. It's a lot of cool dudes on here. And they talk their mess, and you know what? I love it. Talk your shit, bros. You know what? And but that's all I wanted to say, man. I want to get on here this morning before I know you got to jump off, get to work.
Yeah.
I I can't wait to support you on that other stream too, man. I hope you all do big things, man.
I
You are
appreciate
funny as
that,
hell,
brother.
bro. You are funny as hell.
I appreciate that, brother. Thanks,
Hey,
man.
and before I go,
yeah,
go New York, go New York, go New York, go New York, go. Hey, y'all know what it is.
There we go, baby. DNY for life, aka Devin. Let me see this. We'll see. One of the Knicks guests I was going to have on the show today, unfortunately, can't. So I'll keep you guys posted. So stay tuned. And real quick, I'll bring up the YouTube channel so you guys can see it. We'll be streaming live on this channel for a couple of contents that make sense. Obviously, the Knicks is one of those for sure. So you guys will see some of this content on both. But the optimal way to enjoy a lot of this content that you guys are going to see here, I'll throw it up here on the screen here. All right, here we go. Is right here. I'm throwing it up here on the YouTube page. This YouTube channel, actually, it's right here. I'm like touching the virtual wall. It's right here. It's called The Man Child Show with Boy Green Digital. My radio show has been on air for 24 years, but we're going completely digital in less than a month. And we're going to be doing content in between this month leading up to it. And that includes, we're going to try to do a New York Knicks show today, talking some Knicks, Pacers, previewing Game 6. It'll be live, so you guys will get a chance to interact. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be coming. I'll be at the radio station doing it. I'm bringing all the gear with me, and we'll talk it up. So we'll get some Knicks action. Like I said, I will cross-stream it on this channel because I know a lot of people aren't subscribed over here yet. There's only like 50 subscribers or something like that. So we'll cross-pollinate, and you guys can check it out. But hopefully you guys get a taste of this new world. And again, this stuff is never going to affect Boy Green Daily, but what it will do is just make me live more often so you guys can talk about other things. There will be Jets content too, so you guys will get to enjoy that as well. But there's going to be more than that. NFL draft, NBA, this, that, and the other. It's going to be really cool. If you guys do want to subscribe to this channel, I'd really appreciate it. You can either search out on YouTube, The Man Child Show, Boy Green Digital, hit subscribe, or look it up. The handle is at MC Show Digital. And you can see on the screen, we've already had 3 interviews so far. Did some Survivor action. Shout out to Solomon Wilcots, longtime NFL player as well. So hopefully you guys can check it out. And like I said, we'll have another live show that'll be Knicks Pacers. We'll do that at some point today, somewhere in the early afternoon. It'll be somewhere between like 12:30 and 3 or 4:30, maybe somewhere in that pocket. We'll keep you guys posted on that. Here's a super chat coming through from How About Them Jets, baby.
Wow.
First off, how about them Jets? You just got yourself another raffle ticket, my friend. You're $1 away from another raffle ticket, so keep that in mind. They're $2.99 a pop. Your message is this, and thank you for the support. Give me the January 1st, 2021 Sugar Bowl, Justin Fields, every game this season. Let's go. Well, here we go. The Ohio State Buckeyes, who are a 3 seed in the college football playoff semifinal, whomped the Trevor Lawrence Clemson Tigers 49-28. And look at this box score, baby. Let's put this up on the screen. Thank you to thank you to How About Them Jets for bringing this up. Here we go. January 1st, 2021. Let's look. Justin Fields was 22 of 28, 385 yards, 6 touchdowns and 1 interception. He added another 42 yards rushing on the ground for a combined total of 400 plus total yards and 6 friggin' touchdowns. Oh, yes. Give me this all day long. How about them Jets? Hell yeah. And, yeah, Justin Fields, man, it's crazy to have this kind of turnaround story, right? We could have drafted him. We go with Wilson. And, you know, our paths go this way, right? Justin Fields goes over here. He goes to Chicago, then Pittsburgh. And we're like, geez, this guy sucks. We're going this way, this way, this way. And that somehow our paths could have started here at the beginning where we could have been together. We weren't. We split off in different directions and then come back together. That's pretty crazy, to be candid. And yet here we are. So there were a lot of Jet fans who wanted Justin Fields way back in the draft, and we didn't get him. We're like, well, we missed our chance, did we? And now he's here as a Jet. So this is a bizarre world. If you would have told me, right, the Jets take Zach Wilson, and then someone says, I'm like, well, Zach Wilson, he's going to save us. And someone comes up, Paul, I'm from the future. In 2025, your starting quarterback is going to be Justin Fields. I'll be like, what? Huh? It would have been a hard thing to wrap my brain around, yet that's where we are. So give me that kind of Justin Fields action. If that's even possible, hell yeah. How about them Jets? Let's go back. Obviously, this coaching staff has been watching a ton of Ohio State tape. Yeah. So I vibe with it, for sure. All righty. Let's keep responding to your comments here for a few more minutes before we wrap up the show. All right. Yeah, that was really unfortunate timing on technical difficulties there. Yeah. Incel Alon, looking forward to it, BG. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. Scotty says BG being live is excellence. I love being live. It's cool to interact with all you guys live on the show, so I really enjoy that. Hey, my old Jet show, it was called The Jet Zone, and shout out for anyone who still remembers that show. It was pre-recorded in a room by myself. There was a mic. I was in a radio booth or at home, and I just recorded my own stuff and then uploaded it, and then I interacted with comments that interacted with it. That was it. That was the show. So obviously it's evolved in a lot of different ways, for sure. Yeah, which has been pretty crazy. And it's cool. Yeah, I'm excited about Justin Fields. Yes, sir. Justin Fields did cook those Tigers. That box score is for real. You guys can look that up. Yeah. Yeah, I like Dennis Green, Jim Caldwell, Tony Dungy, Kyle Clifton giving some shout-outs. Sure. Yeah, Mike Tomlin obviously has been a raving success. Sure. Okay. Tom Thibodeau fired. Oh, well. Or people want him fired. Excuse me. Let me not speak out of turn. I see people want him fired in the chat. Yeah, no Indy. Indy did not show up today. There's no Indy in the chat. So I apologize. I know some of you were waiting to hear that response. Perhaps he's waiting for Game 6. I guess so. We have 400 people in the room. Like the video. Hit subscribe, baby. Show your support for the show. That's a free way to contribute. I appreciate everyone that can contribute financially. That helps me obviously invest more in this show. So that means a lot. Appreciate you. Also, again, we'll be doing some sort of version. We will do something live on something Knicks Pacer related. We'll see who the guest ends up being. I'm working on that behind the scenes leading up to it, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. But we'll do that somewhere in the early afternoon. It'll be myself. It'll be my radio partner, Jim the Man-Child Lurch, and then we'll try to get some guest, and we will do that live. You guys can submit your questions or comments or things of that nature. It'll be a lot of fun. We can recap some Game 5. We can talk about some Game 6. It's going to be a lot of fun, so I can't wait for that. So guys, just stay tuned to my channel. Have the bell notification hit so you don't miss it. And you guys can show your support. We'll be streaming live on the program. Thanks, everybody, for tuning into a Friday edition over the weekend. I think we got Pop on Saturday. I'll double check that. We got our NFL insider, Matt Lombardo, on Sunday. Also, I'm traveling for a wedding. So just realized that. I'm doing Boyd Green Daily tomorrow morning. Then we're hitting the road. So whoever wins this prize, again, we got 2 days left in the month of May, I'll be sending it when I get back. So apologies. I forgot the timing of all this. I am going to a wedding for my fiance's brother. So congratulations. Cheers to them. Boyd Green Daily will still be happening every day. I'll just be in random different locations. But for the person that wins the raffle, we will still reveal that winner on Sunday. We'll just keep you guys posted on delivery for that. So looking forward to it. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you. God bless. Take care. And one more thing. Again, for anyone Jets Cowboys tailgate, all right, that is going, that's going. Make sure you guys are staying tuned to your email. I'll be reaching out. DNY for Life just paid this morning. I'm going to be collecting payment for the Jets game. So just keep an eye out for that. Beautiful. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you soon.